I really like bears. From the way they behave, to the way they live, to the way they move. You know, I just think they're cool, which is all I'll be talking about them today in the form of categories. And our first category will be... So bears can be found pretty much everywhere across the globe in the forms of varying species. You know, panda bears are found in China, European brown bears are obviously found in Europe, and polar bears live in snowy environments because their fur is whiter than meat. But I'll just be talking about the grizzly bear just to make things simpler. The grizzly bear used to just mostly be found in America until recently, where they now reside usually in northern and western Canada. Now these things usually live in forested areas away from human society. Understandable, people are scary. Now, they also like to build dens to keep their food in or just stay warm at night and sleep in. Although I did just say they stay away from people, that doesn't mean we stay away from them. Sometimes a neighborhood is just built too close to their habitat and they can be found on streets, backyards, or even pizzerias. Just stay away from a bear if you see one, but I'm sure you already knew that.
O cholera, czy to Freddy Fazbear? Oh.
So let's get the basics out of the way. Bears have 206 bones, just like us, and their skeletons are also built kinda like really large dogs. They have large canine teeth to tear apart meat along with their claws that they have. Also, their tailbone is like really small when compared to the rest of the body. It's not even used for balance, like it's just there. I don't know why. Also, as I was researching the skeleton, I found this photo. I hate that. Now, the bear muscle structure can hold up to 600 pounds in case your mom sits on it. The bear's organs are also very similar to pretty much every other mammal. You know, the intestines are in the lower region, heart in the center, lungs surrounding it, yada yada. You get the idea. There's not really much to talk about with the organs unless you want me to go in depth on the bladder or something, so I'll just move on to the next category now. While not on their dens, they'll hunt for food such as berries, honey, smaller animals, and even fish. Now, they hunt to keep themselves alive, of course, but they also hunt to survive hibernation, because bears are one of the few animals to actually do that. Before hibernation, they'll eat the bear equivalent of a gourmet meal just to pass out in their den for a couple months until it's warmer outside. Bears aren't usually friendly with each other unless they plan to mate. If they see another bear, the interaction's usually going to start with a fight. These brawls usually happen as a way to protect their food or den, and they usually only end with like a couple scratches, but in rare cases they can lead to the death of a bear. Now, like I said earlier, if they're not fighting, they're mating. And once they're done with that, the father usually just leaves the mother behind to raise the kids on her own. But she's very protective of these children. Especially mother bears are dangerous, and they will do anything to protect their cubs. So if you just see a bear with cubs, ignore it. You are not winning that fight, bro. Speaking of cubs, so I'm not going to get into the details for obvious reasons. Bears reproduce the same way as most animals. Bears will be pregnant for less time than humans do, with an average of 7 months before they give birth to their litter of usually 2 cubs. The crazy part though is a female bear will usually deliver like 5 litters in her lifetime. Is she okay? Anyway, once the child is about 2 years old, it'll live on its own and the life cycle continues. And that's really about all I have to say here. If you're interested in more, go check out Open Season. Thanks for coming to my Fred Talk.